So fun.
So fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing
Ah,
all right.
yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, so I guess this is sort of an unorthodox streaming time for us. And well, that's largely just because we're testing out some new options and features and stuff on Twitch. Mainly just adding some other little banners and stuff on the screen to try and make the whole experience a little nicer for the viewers. Um,
Yeah.
it's still obviously not perfect, but I think it'll help a little.
It's
Yeah, I think it looks
interesting.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's interesting. Was for some reason I thought this like the guest Adam things like that. I thought there was the boxes were red. Were they always orange?
They're like a lighter red.
Okay.
Like they're a different red than the red of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
frog skull. I made them like brighter to be different. It's like a red orange.
Yeah, okay.
It looks red to me.
I think it'll come down to like your monitor and the settings and stuff like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. Cause
But to
like
me,
my
it's distinctly red.
okay. I should see what it
Did
looks like
someone?
on other things.
Yeah, it would
I
also be
thought I
interesting.
typed something in the chat, but it's not showing up.
Let me see something.
I did too.
Twitch chat. Wait a minute. Let's see if. Wait a minute. Try type. Wait a minute. Is that? Try typing something in it again if you can. I would imagine it would still be there though. Oh, there. That worked. I think I might have had it hidden for a second. And from
And
YouTube, it
I
works fine too.
fucking spelled message wrong.
That's fine. It's hard, man. It's hard. Well, I don't know. That looks okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay. Was
think
it
things look pretty good. Like I feel like the the images you have below you and guests, like they look maybe a little bit not as crisp as they could, but I guess that's just the way that.
That's the way that I think it just works with because everything's based on like pixels and such, and just about everything's really limited
Yeah.
to what you can actually show. So I don't.
mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it comes down to just the designs and stuff that we went for, and they don't always look as good. And I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
also some of the colors too, like some of the fine details and stuff don't really work that well.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, but I don't know. I'm obviously no expert in
Yeah.
Yeah.
any of this, so
It still looks good though.
like I imagine like people who actually know how to make banners and whatnot would have something that's much nicer.
It still looks good.
Something that's much nicer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it looks fine.
That's good. Well, I don't know.
And I guess you changed made the font older and bigger in the chat than it used to be.
Oh, I think that's just based on the size of. I made the box itself larger,
Mm,
and
okay.
that's what happened.
I mean, I think that's good. It's easier to read. It takes up a little more of the space that it has.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I think the guest thing works fine. Yeah.
it's obviously not perfect because like ideally we'd have individual things for each of you because you're always going to be here and or most of the time, but I feel this is the easiest way to catch everything.
It doesn't matter much, because and also it probably will change sometimes. And even though most of these streams or whatever are primarily like just chat sort of things,
Yeah.
they're still always displaying pictures of other things, so that's kind of often more of the focus, you know.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter that much. I don't think we would have wanted to have 3 large boxes for all of our faces or whatever, just because it would take up so much of the screen. Whereas like the Long War people, since they often have 4 people, the whole screen is just each corner is a person,
Yeah,
and
they
never really show pictures. So I mean that works for depending on what you're doing, but I think for the way we tend to do stuff
and what we talk about,
yeah,
it often helps to have images up. Yeah.
admittedly, is some of the way this is set up like the screen projection of the website and such, is that only half the screen partially because of using Streamlabs on one monitor?
Yes, that is solely it.
Yeah, because I feel like if we had multiple monitors or something, we could probably make that like 60% of the screen or something.
Yes, it would be
You
easier
know.
to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far everything's just set up based on a single monitor.
Yeah.
Hey, so I bought Resident Evil 2.
Did you?
Okay.
Yeah, because it was like half off or something.
Mm.
It's pretty neat. Like it
That's the
feels
one with
like
Leon, right?
yeah, Leon and Claire Redfield. Leon's
Okay.
first day on the job as Raccoon City Police.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like it feels like, at least thus far, it feels like a survival horror game. It still has the run and gun mechanics of Resident Evil 4,
Mm-hmm.
but at least thus far, there's not that much ammunition, and it's not like you can just go through mowing everything down.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
watching someone stream playing the remake of the third one recently. I obviously didn't watch very long, but hey, Wartsylvania. Yeah, so we're just sort of having a test stream. We spent some time adding some little graphics and stuff on Twitch, both on the screen itself and at least on Twitch below, kind of telling more details about the stream. I don't know. None of us are really we're not really graphical designers, but we did our best to come up with something.
Yeah, and it's still slightly kind of some of the layouts sort of restricted just for how our setup is for doing the streaming stuff through Streamlabs on a single monitor. It makes it harder to do things. Which, Adam, the way you have your desk and stuff, could you even have 2 monitors?
So I have my main monitor is on like a little fold out computer thing, and then to one side there's a table, and then to the other side is my workbench. So I would have to rearrange how things are, but I could have a second monitor.
Okay, because I feel
Well, I guess I don't know how Streamlabs works at all, but how does having a second monitor do anything?
the way a lot of this stuff works is you need to on Adam's computer, which is hosting this, he needs to have Streamlabs up and open, and he needs to be able to see what's happening there.
Oh,
And for the way Hangouts is displayed, he's actually having it capture it is literally just displaying the lower right corner of his computer screen that he has Hangouts snapped down there, or at least that's
Yeah.
the assumption. Otherwise, like he could snap whatever he wanted down there. He could put Team Fortress 2 in a small window down there, and that's what would be displayed.
So,
Yeah.
like, if, for instance, if someone would send me a message or something right now, it would probably pop up in the bottom corner of my screen, and if you were paying attention, you could see that. So, um, the setup's not great. Oh, hi, Lifeboat. Nice to see you. We still have not purchased a capture card, and yeah, we're still using Streamlabs.
See, like the message just popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because so if he had a second monitor, he could run all of Streamlabs on that second monitor and capture the whole screen of the other one or do whatever he wanted on
Well,
it.
so this is now my ignorance. I know like people at Lancaster Labs have like the data reviewers will have two monitors. How is it that it handles like, oh, one monitor you have this thing from your screen, one I have another? Like, what is that, a Windows feature or something? Or I don't even know how that
I
works.
think I
Most of the
think so.
time, if you have a desktop, like it just sort of expands that desktop where like it it sort of depends on how you have it set up. But it could be that it just expands the desktop and like you can move over further and you have other stuff. That's often what they do.
And that like just I'm going to say unlocks itself if it detects that you have another monitor.
Yes.
Okay. I guess it has to be easy if so many people do it.
No, it's
It's
easy.
yeah. But so like because of that, because the bottom corner of the screen is reserved to like where Hangouts is, he has to have Streamlabs up to like monitor stuff. It has to be snapped to the other half. And then the way he's getting the web page up is just he's having it it will display anything up on a web page. So like you have to kind of set it up to work, which
And so
I
Streamlabs is displaying everything on his monitor. Like,
it depends on what you set it up that you want it to do.
because it kind of has to if it's, and you probably said this, but maybe I didn't fully get it. I saw like in the bottom right hand corner, like a notification that like somebody sent you a message via Hangouts. That's because it is like detecting everything that's displayed on the
Yes.
monitor. Okay.
Or in that corner.
So essentially in Streamlabs you have a whole, so the screen we see now on Twitch or YouTube, that is your whole screen, and it typically is just black, and then you can have different sources, like a source for a webcam, and that's what is recording me. And then you can also have screen captures where you'll set up a box that will screen capture a certain thing. So in the bottom corner that's picking up Hangouts with Eric and you, Greg, talking, that's literally just set up to capture the bottom corner of my monitor. So whatever I snap down there, you could see. So if I would snap,
And why do you want that?
so I can get the video of you talking.
So it can be seen.
Oh.
Because otherwise you can't do it.
Or it's, yeah, not very easy.
It's not really set up to do. Like but he can like for his webcam, he can just put that as like a camera input. And you say, I wanna take this input and I wanna put it here. But the way the software works, it doesn't work that well. Like ideally you'd be able to say, and I wanna take the audio or something from Google Hangouts, this app, but it doesn't really work well.
And for
So
instance, if you look now, like in the past, like I have another, if I want to show like my workstation, I just have another window that I can turn on and off with that web camera.
Good.
Um,
Well, why don't you do that now just for me? I remember you doing it in the
Let
past.
me, it's not gonna look, yeah, see there, see now, just based on how this is set up, it doesn't look great because
Like you didn't spend time to optimize like where it would be, or I
Well, so
guess.
this is, I feel this is where the ideal thing to do would be to make another layout that you can click on that just switches,
yeah.
like the starting soon stream.
Hey,
Mandarin
Hey,
Shade.
we're not talking about anything particularly interesting.
No, we're largely just talking about streaming in general, so it's not it might not necessarily be all that interesting, but um, the stream in general is us just testing out some new like layouts and stuff we tried to make. Yeah, the new setup. I tried to clean stuff up a little and make little banners and stuff.
Which, yeah, it was like a pain.
I feel it literally took me probably like most of a day to like figure out how, because Twitch has very specific limitations, I'll say, onto like the quality and size of all of their like images and stuff. So figuring that out took a while.
and if you scroll down to below the actual stream part, um, Adam also spent a bunch of time making some little icons that you can click on to go to our blog and the podcast and show some of the models. So yeah, so he spent a bunch of time trying to make everything look cleaner and more professional, I would say.
None of that stuff is in YouTube. I don't really know how YouTube works for it.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, it wouldn't be on YouTube.
So, like,
It's only on Twitch.
it's only on Twitch, and not everybody watches this on Twitch.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fun.
It's fine, yeah. So I guess unfortunately I haven't really spent much time in a little while actually working on hobby related like miniatures and stuff, so
Yeah, I can't say I have done too much either due to work and all that stuff.
yeah.
But I feel like if we do try to get a capture card sometime soon, we could try to do some painting streams or something, which
Yeah,
I think
that
could
would
be
be fun.
fun. We'd have to kind of experiment with how that would work well, because I would probably be like just using my phone through like Hangouts or something like that.
Okay, so Mandarin Shade, you've been using Twitch recently. So you like most of the time I watch stuff on Twitch, but each of the platforms kind of have their own like advantages and disadvantages, and some run well at sometimes and others not.
Mhm.
So
I mean, we initially designed all this stuff for Twitch because that's like the main, live streaming thing, or the most popular one. But then found we could use this Restream site to like also broadcast somewhere else. And like honestly, the main reason we thought that we could do that was just then it would save the like all of our streams to the YouTube channel such that they would always be recorded. Whereas I'm pretty sure Twitch, they like save maybe 10 of your videos, the most recent 10, unless you like specifically select clips. So like you kind of lose them over time, but
yeah, I don't even
YouTube,
know
they
how
get
to
kept.
select clips and stuff.
I don't really think they do. I think you could do it.
Yeah, I think viewers can too, I think.
Yeah, so
Lifeboat, we could try and play like a 40k or a Warhammer game on stream, I guess.
Space Marine, yeah, but like, well, actually, it would probably be hard with one monitor, right? It would have to.
Yeah, it would probably. I don't know how you'd want to do it.
Yeah.
But the big thing is, would we want to play any of those games?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Space Marine, that game would maybe be fun.
Does good old games have Final Liberation?
Yeah, I think it does. It is Final Liberation.
I feel I'd be most interested to play Final Liberation.
Yeah, that was like epic. like
Mm-hmm. That was
an
released a while ago.
SSI, an old SSI game. Yeah, it was a cool game. Well, I guess like if we even did want to stream painting, do you think we would try to do it via Hangouts? Probably. I would have
Well, so
Hangouts,
I would have
maybe.
my own setup with like
Yes.
separate cameras, and then if we'd want other people in on the stream to like paint and stuff, probably the best way to do it would be through Hangouts, and then just you could decide what your camera would be looking at, and
Yeah. I
yeah,
would I would probably do through Hangouts on my phone and have it on a little, oh, I guess I can show it to you here sort of. I got just this like cheap little
tripod for a phone.
tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey Johnny, nice to have you
that
here.
I could
Um,
probably use to display it. Though I feel it would mainly be displaying the stuff probably you were doing, Adam. Although with all of that said, I feel if people would be watching it, they would probably be there
just
more to
listening.
just
Hear
listening
the
to
chatter.
talking rather than watching us paint. Because
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess if we get it set up in any reasonable way, we could probably even have different like viewers and stuff. Like you watching here could potentially even join in on certain occasions as well and chat with us and paint, etc.
mhm.
Um, if people would be interested.
Yeah, but I think it would probably make the most sense to just make a separate layout, Adam.
Yes, it would.
Because
That
then
makes
you
more
could just
sense.
click to it. It would already be set up for the other camera, and hell, you could even still have your face webcam. Although, admittedly, that probably wouldn't work that well because you would probably turn to your desk. So
Yeah,
I
it
don't
would.
know, but
It's not as good, but I think that's still fine. I could, if I, so yeah, right now I'm sitting, this is if I would be working at my hobby area, so it's not. I can turn over and say, hey, chat.
yeah, Johnny, we actually just the this intent here wasn't to have a particularly long stream or anything. We just were testing it because we tried to make some new layout, like a new layout, or I mean, it's basically the same layout. It just has some labels and some additional panel stuff in the bottom. With and we just wanted to see if it worked how we anticipated. And due to some general limitations to our the streaming setup, like we can't really make the window showing Chrome much bigger, such that we made the chat box gigantic.
So it's easier than ever for people to read.
So now you can read it on the chat screen and in the stream chat on the side.
Perfect.
Everywhere.
Yep.
But so yeah, I don't know if there's hobby related stuff we would want to talk about. Like we already talked a little bit about, I guess it was on Saturday, the new the
Previews,
new previews that Games Workshop showed.
which weren't very exciting.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's not like this stuff wasn't necessarily bad, but it wasn't anything that to get hyped about. It's like, yeah, like one would anticipate, they're releasing a small army box for the new High Elves
Yeah,
when
they
they
are.
come out. There are more Blood Bowl models, but it's not even a team. Like, it's literally just a cool looking tree guy. There's some more Praetors for Horus Heresy, which are surprisingly not as garbage as I would have anticipated, but they're still squatty Marines.
Yeah, they're
I
not
mean,
great.
Lord of the Rings is still Lord of the Rings. There's I guess they put a new trailer for Angels of Death, which
Well, for any of you who saw the new previews and stuff for this Saturday, was there anything there that people were excited about or like surprised with? I feel, in general, I feel a lot of the viewers in general were surprised with the lack of reveals. I would tend to say, but but then I get at the very end, they said they were going to have another stream in I
Two
think
weeks,
2 weeks where they'd show more stuff, and they said they had still roughly about half of the reveals that to show. So, um,
I guess that's
yeah,
something, but it's still kind of like, why didn't they just put this stuff in last week's and have us wait more weeks?
they should have just up front told everybody, hey, we're not gonna show too much today because we're gonna spread it out. Because I think a lot of people were disappointed. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know, the new Stern model they're going to release, which I have shown up here. I feel her pose is a little too cool for school. Like the purity seals are billowing upwards, and her like icon and stuff, and it kind of just looks a little weird.
Yeah, I don't. Her sword looks kind of bad. I don't think she looks great, but I guess I appreciate that they tried to make a different pose.
I forget in the graphic novel, did something like this happen?
I don't
It's
know.
been so long since I've looked through it that I don't really
I mean,
remember.
wasn't there an illustration earlier on this post that kind of shows that image? Like it's a little different, but it's sort
Oh,
of like
yeah,
that.
you're right. It doesn't look great.
Much like it, but I read some of the comic back when it was released. I don't know if I ever read all of it though,
Yeah,
but
Yeah, I feel I did, but I don't really remember it. And they have a new cover for it. So it's really the 20th anniversary. Wow.
yeah, I guess you're right. She is levitating. Why is her robes levitating? Like, yeah, okay, well, yeah,
So I just don't remember it anymore. Like I really
yeah,
don't
and I
remember
don't
it.
think I read all. I think I read an issue or two or something, which I don't even know. Was it even long?
don't
I mean,
remember.
it could be collected all into like a single volume.
I kind of wish they, and I think I we may have talked about this a little bit on stream, but I think the week stream, like their reveal thing, could have largely been rectified if they just said like, and now you can get Demafooge, like you can download the digital version now.
Yeah, I would have like
Like
my
even if you
wallet
had to
would have.
buy it.
Yeah, like my wallet would have been pulled out of my back pocket so fast, and I would have like, fuck, I'm reading that this weekend.
I mean, sure release a nice like
Bound version.
hardback version that fans could get and get that later whenever the coronavirus stuff dies down.
Johnny says you can
Yeah,
download the PDF on Google.
Like presumably, but that I mean, I would like to pay for it and like support. It's probably not supporting Kev Walker much anymore, I
No.
guess. Particularly if he did this 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we,
Yeah. No,
I mean, I
it's
don't need to read it, but like, I, a number of times over the years, I thought, you know what? It'd be cool to read that again. And I went on looking to see if it was available yet, and it never was.
well. When was the last time like a printed version of it was even released? Can you buy it? Can you buy a printed version of it now?
Not in print.
Yeah, because I sort of feel somewhere we have one of the printed versions of it, but
Yeah.
I don't quite
Yeah.
remember where.
Oh yeah, did they? Yeah, they may have released kind of a larger hardback version of it.
Yeah,
I feel maybe we have that somewhere.
yeah.
It was released in 2002, it seems.
Johnny, your conversion of Hand is very cool. You did a great job of kind of capturing the essence of
Was
particularly
so
that one illustration.
this is really bad 'cause it's been so long. But did Kev do all the illustrations and stuff for it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, God, it's been so long, but I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think
Or-
the art style changed in it, so. From what I remember. So I would say probably.
Demonofuge and the Screaming Cage. That sounds cool.
Johnny says, I don't think so. So yeah, I feel at this point I need to stop talking because, like, I literally probably read it 15 years ago.
Lexicanium says Demonofuge, and maybe I'm not even pronouncing that right. But
Yeah, I mean, to
the
me,
series-
like, the art inside it doesn't necessarily look like a lot of Kiv's work. Certainly, like that illustration of Hand that you based your conversion off, Johnny, that very much looked like Kiv Walker, and
it's Lexicanum says it was all Kev Walker.
okay, so it was all. Damn.
What I kind of find weird is so they're releasing this new book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has a new cover for some reason. And
It's
Is
very different.
is that Kev Walker art? It
Mm.
doesn't look like Kev Walker art, but I mean maybe
It could be, but it's not how it's colored. Is not how a lot of his art typically looks. So I don't actually know. Does it say?
I don't think they say anything. So I guess I find it weird because it doesn't look like the art inside the book.
What is also weird, it says releasing a fully recolored. I don't know about that. So does
Oh
that
my
mean
God.
they're adding color to it? That's
It
kind of
was-
bad.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't colored.
You're fucking kidding me. They're coloring it?
That's
Why-
kind of bad. I don't like the sound of that.
Why the fuck would they do that? Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it could still look really good.
I'm sure it'll be good. It seems like a
I mean, yeah, it says recolored, so they had to recolor it. I mean, it looked great in black and white.
yeah, I kind of feel like that's just it wasn't made for. Well, I guess we'll see what it's like. I mean, I'll still read it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have that
I'm
hardback
almost
version
certain we do,
somewhere.
but I don't remember when that was released. Well, who wrote it?
So Demafouche cover by Tazio Betin. I'm seeing this here.
The new one, or
Yeah.
yeah, because it doesn't look like. It looks more of a traditional comic book art on the new cover than what
Yeah.
was inside.
Yeah, so to me-
saying traditional comic book art is like not really true at all because it differs so much depending on what it is. Oh wait.
Yeah.
It looks more like what I think of when I think of superhero comic book art, but even that,
Yeah.
of course, is nebulous because there are so many different artists doing their own take on things.
But I just don't understand why would they when they have all that like wealth of great artwork, from
It's
like the
like it's
book and all
super
this stuff.
iconic. Like if
Why
you've
would
seen
they?
any of it, like you remember it, at least for
Yes,
some of the cover images and stuff. But I assume they're all still in the book. But
her journey will also continues in prose in David Annandale's Heretic Saint novel, which will debut in 2020. That's something. But yeah, I don't see like why would they pay someone like more money to make a new illustration that's not reflective of what's within the book.
um,
I just don't know.
this panel is the panel I. This page is the page I remember. Them like the ripping and tearing.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's what I remember.
Like that's wild.
Well, yeah, so we are, Johnny, we are older, but and they do want the under 20 people, but like I think people under 20 would think that like the image that Adam has displayed now, like, wow, that looks fucking cool. Like, wouldn't they think that's cool too? I think they would.
Can you click on that and make it bigger, Adam, somehow? Or is it like low
This is
quality?
as big as it's getting.
Okay.
Like I mean that's awesome. Like
Yeah, I have strong memories of some of that stuff. Well, because even isn't the first picture like her kind of like on in her armor? Like, yeah, what was it? Yeah, because
burn everything.
yeah, where is some?
I think I just found a website where I can just read everything. I mean, it's probably putting so much malware on my computer. Like the amount of malware has to be enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that image.
Yeah, me too. It's cool.
Like I found slightly bigger versions of those pictures.
Yeah, man. Very cool.
Yeah, so I mean, regardless, I'm excited to be able to read it again when I'm a little bit older and such. And
20
I wish
years
that
older.
could have been this weekend.
But oh well.
Johnny, you're right. That is a big ass gun. It's too big. But it's fine. No, Lightboat, you're right. Like if they get the right team to color it, like it could be still, it could be good, and I would think, I think overall it'll be good, but I think in general, like the black and white, I feel is very synonymous, at least to
with
me,
40K.
with Warhammer 40,000. And particularly like all the old artwork and stuff, nearly everything was in black.
And I think
white.
it stems back to my wariness that will they actually do a good job of it? Because I mean, GW for a long time would go back and recolor and change some of their old good artwork and not do a good job of it. And like, oh, let's change this weapon to a plasma gun. Let's Photoshop that in. And I
Yeah,
mean,
they did
they've
that a
gotten
lot.
they've gotten better at that over the years, but they've not always been great at it.
I feel like the first graphic novel of this was drawn by Kev Walker, and the others were not.
Are you looking at other artwork?
Yes.
Okay.
And like hell, I even somewhere I found a title page of one of the other things that it even fucking says it's not Kev Walker.
Okay.
Well, can you find the picture of Hand, like the cover image that Johnny based his conversion off of? Because that, like, if you looked at it, you would immediately know who did it. Or that's my recollection, but it's been a while since I looked at that too. Yeah, Johnny says, like, the interior coloring is probably similar to what you see on, like, that new cover. Yeah, there it is. Hand. All the little, serfs holding his various equipment. I guess those are all, like, Chaos Space Marines that he's, like, lounging over, or...
Yeah,
like
looks
it.
that way.
They're even Nurgle Marines, aren't they? Maybe? Or... That's a little hard. One of them certainly is. In that weird, kind of sickly tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, Johnny says, painting my conversion is based off of it in the Inquisitor rulebook. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it is in there. It was on one of the Inferno covers, though.
The Martyrdom of Inquisitor Salius Hand.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I'll have to look for that. I don't quite remember it.
I didn't remember.
Well, do you think this new version is all three of the books combined? Like all three of the different stories, probably.
Well, who can't wait for Blood Quest to be the next thing that they re-release?
The artwork in it wasn't nearly as inspired, I didn't feel. It was still fine, though. But I didn't really read, I don't think. And they made a lot of subpar models to go along with it. I think they were all limited edition ones, though.
I just is the story in Demonofuge good, or is it kind of doesn't make any sense? I mean, obviously, we want to know the answer to this because we read it years ago.
I don't remember it at all. They did. I think they did make a model of Sally's Hand, and I don't remember it. I remember at the time when I saw it, it was really bad. It looked horrible, but
yeah, they made a pretty terrible version, a limited edition of Gaunt and the Colm Corbeck that wasn't good. And then they made a slightly better version later. Oh, is that model's actually better than I remembered. But not not good, if that
Let me see. Oh yeah, there we go. There he is. There he kind of just looks like a Space Marine.
I can get him on eBay for $55.
That's not
It's
worth
probably
it.
a recast.
It's not a good
Yeah.
model.
Probably a recast.
It's not a good model. Yeah, it's all shoulders. That's very true. And I mean, if you didn't know that it wasn't just supposed to be a Space Marine, that's what you'd think it was.
Yeah, it's true. Because that's what it is. It's a Space Marine.
Yeah, it's bad. This one, the model version of it here, is actually painted pretty well. Pretty well. It's a little kid in his dad's clothes. Yeah. That's a cool image. That's from
One of the
series of novels. I don't remember what it's called.
Carrion Throne or something was the first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
And there was it's the cover he had for the second. Yeah, it's actually pretty neat.
We've
Oh, this is
talked
actually-
about your conversion, Johnny, a bunch. So let's actually bring it up on. I guess this is. You have a little video of it.
Still here, man. Sorry about that, dude. Yeah, still here, man. Sorry about that, dude. Yeah, still here, man.
God, that's cool. And after we just saw the official model. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Johnny asked if you like Carrion Throne, Eric. You read it, right?
It was good. Oh, I remember it was. I mean, it's been a year or two, but it was good. Like I would like to read the next. Like it was a good Inquisitor sort of novel, and the Inquisitor himself isn't like a stupid, like really hardline Puritan guy who just is like kill all heretics. It's more interesting, and he kind of realizes that the Imperium's kind of fucked, and you need to have a little bit of perspective, which made it a lot more interesting. And I thought like because both the Inquisitor and the woman that was in the cover there, they were all kind of trying to like, I don't know, suss each other out. And I thought it was good. It was good. It was interesting.
I remember I got the first book and maybe read the first few pages.
That's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get the next because I feel it was interesting, and it wasn't just Space Marines shooting stuff. So that's always good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's always good. Yeah. Well, we'll see when Demophage is released again, and I'll read it again then, and
Maybe we can have a stream talking about it. Maybe we can get you on, Johnny.
That sounds like it would be fun.
Yeah.
well, yeah, we could have just a time where everybody reads it by a certain time, and then we all discuss it.
Sounds amazing. Let's do it, and we could have a giveaway where we'd give away a copy of it
Mm-hmm.
or something. Because
In the chat, I posted a picture that was done by the same Igor, the guy who did the other cool picture. That's like also cool.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is just a battle.
Yeah, it's
Wow, they're in a
Igor
world of
Sid
trouble.
seems to be his name,
They're in a world of trouble there.
but it's like pretty neat. Good use of color and
Yeah, it's cool.
but I guess one thing that was also kind of cool about Carrion Throne, it was very much like it was actually set on Terra, and it was one of the first books or whatever that talked a lot about what Terra was like and whatnot. I almost feel it was released. Maybe it was even close to 2016, so around when we were working on our Pilgrim stuff,
Mm,
which it was also set on Terra.
yeah.
Either that, it was shortly after, and it was found it kind of fun to see how they kind of described it and interpreted some of that stuff compared to what some of the stuff we had sort of tried to do.
Sisters of Battle at the Stingray exhibit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
wouldn't want to
true.
run into these stingrays, though. No, sir. Well, I don't know. Maybe we want to call the stream done. Like, I feel
Yeah.
we've tested the setup enough, and we actually talked a little bit about different things. I know most of us have to get up and work tomorrow and such.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
It's true. But we should be back at our normal time on Tuesday as well.
like maybe I guess there was some talk maybe we'd try and start the stream like slightly earlier.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
but Lifeboat's saying don't stop. I'm here for the bullshit. Um, and this is dope. Yeah, I mean, I can keep chatting for a little longer. I know, Greg, you probably should go to
I
bed,
I
but
I want to go to bed. Like I need to be up at 5.
yeah, so you probably should have been in bed at 11 or whatnot.
Yeah. So I am going to leave, but it was fun, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it real. Keep safe. Wash your hands. All that.
Mm-hmm.
Take
Yeah.
this thing seriously.
Nah, it is true.
Go the distance, the social distance.
Actually, Lifeboat for the capture card that you have, can you record the stuff that you're streaming? Or does it just get yes, okay. Cuz yeah, some of them like depending on how the capture cards are, they can record them separately or not. I feel it's all stuff that I don't know a whole lot about, but may need to learn if we want to do more of that.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys need to check out those Broken Finger videos on YouTube. Oh, yeah, so I have not watched any of that. I should look into that.
Is like, what are those videos referring to?
I assume the guy on Instagram.
Like the real Broken Fingers? Does he have a YouTube channel now?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, okay. I assumed it's him. I don't know if I knew that he had a YouTube channel, but he's like off the rails good. Like he makes some of the nicest, probably some of the nicest like dioramas and stuff that I've ever seen. And they're often his dioramas are like really epic.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't. If he does have a,
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. But yeah, like his dioramas are like he has the one with the Warhound Titan.
yeah, his stuff is really cool.
Yeah, like look at that. It's like it's literally in a display case that he custom made. Let's find more pictures of it. His Alpha Legion are very cool.
No, yeah, they're great. He has a cool, sort of gritty realism style that honestly kind of makes me think of Metal Gear Solid 4. Like in the beginning of that, wars changed, all that stuff, and he makes all the buildings and whatnot. Like, is really cool. Yeah, his true scale Rhino is cool.
No, I feel like he has a very cool vision of Warhammer 40,000, and I feel in many regards a lot of it's very similar to kind of some of the things that I think about, or that all of us think about a lot.
I'm trying to find him on. Oh, yeah, here it is. The Real Broken Fingers official. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll be something I'll have to look at then.
Oil paint through the airbrush has been an interesting experiment. Huh. Painting miniatures with oil paint. Alpha Legion Part 1. That's cool. Oh, he's a build log for the Forge World Reaver Titan. That's cool.
Yeah, all of this was posted 3 days ago. Yeah, so this is pretty new.
Thanks for the heads up. We'll have to. I'll have to watch through these. Truth, oil paint through the airbrush. Try it. Okay, that's cool. I'm always looking for new stuff to watch.
Well, it seems, looking at his YouTube channel, he has a, for the YouTube thing, there are different channels that he kind of like displays, and we're in there, it seems. So
Oh, that's nice.
that's something. That's nice.
We have 206 subscribers. Is that our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
We don't put out good videos.
We did have unboxing videos like 2 years ago, though, or like 4 unboxing videos that were such garbage. They were done with like a tripod and a Moto X, like original Moto X, the first generation one.
Wait, he says, on that note, check out Grim Dark Compendium. But he likes your channel. Throwing up the horns. I feel like if we really wanted the YouTube channel to be like a big thing, we would have to really invest a lot of time and effort into it. I guess I will say, once we do have a capture card and have a better setup to record me painting, converting, and whatnot, it will probably be much easier to actually create better videos if we would want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that is true.
There's always something to do.
Is the Grimdark Compendium's YouTube channel called Zatskagagan
That's it. Johnny
Miniatures?
just says it in the chat.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because I just found it. Well, yeah, subscribe to that too. Yeah, but
That's cool. I mean, it's always great to. It's amazing how much the wealth of like material and content out there. And I feel it's now easier than ever to really get into the hobby in general and like learn all sorts of different new techniques and stuff. And I feel it could really help you kind of figure out your own style. Because I feel for the most part, what you really want to try and do is start trying your own things and kind of figure out what works for you.
like, yes, I mean, we started the YouTube channel a while back in the thoughts of maybe recording some videos, like unboxing things and this and that, then realized we didn't really care about that. And then
Yeah, I
it
mean,
just,
if you'd want to watch unboxings, just watch the Spiky Bits ones. Listen to Rob Bear, the self-proclaimed hobby expert. Though,
yeah,
in all truth, to be fair, his unboxing videos are fine. They're pretty good. Like, if you just wanted to see what comes in the different kits, they're fine.
yeah, they're fine.
And overall,
But
his videos are good. It's just his blog.
it's garbage. But now I guess the YouTube channel, like, yeah, because I mean, I used to listen to Rob Bear's videos a lot.
No, I
don't
like his
do it
videos.
much
His
anymore.
videos are good, and
Yeah, I wish he made Spiky Bits not such a shit show.
I mean,
The
the
blog.
website itself is largely just a clickbait thing.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, but I guess at least now our YouTube channel has some use in the sense that it's just a way for people to watch the
Watching
our
many
podcast
streams and
stuff, like
podcasts.
if you wanted to. But so I mean that's something. It has some use in that sense, such that people could see what we're talking about and not just listen to it in podcast form. But yeah, who knows? Maybe if whenever we get around to getting a capture card and such and set up like something with a better camera, I think we could probably consider doing some other sorts of recordings and such, which I mean could be fun.
Yeah.
But I feel the whole thing has just been an experiment over the years, trying to figure out what we could do and would be beneficial to the community, or at least fun. Fun
Thanks for the comments, Johnny. I'm glad
yeah,
that
and
you
thanks
enjoyed
for
the streams.
like pretty much everyone. Thanks for being here. Like it is fun, and I mean that's kind of why we wanted to shift into doing it as a way that it would be more fun to be able to engage with you guys rather than just only doing the blog or something, which at times can seem like kind of screaming into the void.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a good place to have like a record of the things you're doing, so I still like it in that regard. But just the nature of the internet and social media and things of that nature, they're just not what they used to be.
No. They are not.
So, and I feel this is an easier way to do, at least help engage with people more.
Totally screaming into the void these days.
Yeah. Like
Oh. I think it's true.
Meandering Shade says, yeah, blogging is a little like talking to yourself, only in the text form these days. Yeah. I mean, I still am happy we're doing
Your
it.
blog is like live journal that nobody reads. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, even our blog now, we still have posts on it and such, but like two of the four posts, well, I guess at least one of the four posts each month ends up just being like a podcast related thing. So that's not necessarily the most.
And we've even tried to limit the amount of text in the post because we know, like, if there's too much, literally no one will read it.
Yeah, too long didn't read. I mean, hell, I'm guilty of that.
I mean, it's easy not to read the stuff.
Which, admittedly, though, like I feel oftentimes when I do go about writing posts, I have a tendency to drone on with it and write more than is needed.
Yeah. Johnny says, I write all mine while I'm pounding margaritas at Mexican restaurants. Oh.
I, yeah, I've written a lot of them now.
You certainly have. We have to decide what we want to post this month, Eric.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I could probably finish this next sister, but in some sense, I think I don't want to keep just like every month a new post about a different
Sister of
same-ish
Alice
model
painted.
painted. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could paint this one Arcoflagellant or something.
Well, no, Eric. What you should do is get out the little the lander, the little
Oh, that's true.
the Forge
Aquila
World
Lander, whatever it is. Yeah,
Aquila
yeah,
Lander or whatever.
yeah. That they're making the cute little Aeronautica Imperialis ones.
Actually,
Yeah, now that I have.
Johnny says, "What's going on with AOS Gelita?" I don't really know. I have no information about it.
I think my computer's on the verge of crashing. Can
Yeah,
you
I
still
mean,
hear me?
it looks like you've frozen. I can still hear you talking though.
Yeah, so I'm clicking around and stuff, but it's going.
That's good.
Yeah, now it's yeah. So I'm force quitting this. It's gonna crash soon.
That's good.
Yeah, see you guys.
Yeah.
I
see
might be
ya.
back though.
Okay. So, Meandering Shade, we've had that Aquila Lander for probably over 5 years. It's probably even been longer than that. We've had it for a long time. And since it was it's a much older release from Forge World, the quality control on the kit is pretty bad. I remember I spent a bunch of time working with it. Is that the Death Watch Flyer? Nah, I don't remember what it's called. Let's see if I can just type in. Is this what it is? Yeah, this is it. The Imperial Harvest Lighter. I don't remember. Is it really a $111? Are you kidding me? Yeah, see that I remember I think we had purchased it under the guise that we could use it to convert like an Inquisitor like gunship or something. But I remember the one we got is all warped all over the place. None of the pieces fit together right. It was rough. It's pretty rough, and I feel now. I feel now that would say I'm more accomplished hobbyist, and I've learned that there are other modeling putties other than just green stuff. I'd be in a much better position to actually fix it. Like I feel, using like Milliput and other stuff like that would go a long way in fixing and filling some of the larger gaps and sanding them shut.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, nice to see you back. It was man.
Yeah, I can tell when my computer's about to crash. Like it stops responding to most of the clicks, but I can still like hear audio and such. But I know it's gonna go.
No, Eric. So that's new goal, Eric. Get out the lighter, this little ship,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
fix it. That's what you have to do, Eric.
Yeah, because now that I have and have like used Milliput, it would be so much easier because I had started and you had done a little and I had done some
Mm-hmm.
more like filling stuff with green stuff, but since they're so like some of the gaps are so large and
Yeah. When I remember
that
on the somewhere on the front, we fitted like a little Gatling gun, right?
yeah,
So it was like like an Inquisitor. So Eric, you literally that's what you should get that out tomorrow and
okay.
start looking at it again, see what needs to be fixed, and start piecing it together because this would be a great model to like paint, to airbrush, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like I feel it could be so easily fit into like just about any Ink 28 event
Yeah.
or whatnot. Like it's perfect.
Yeah. I guess I would probably not actually put a cockpit in there and just like cover.
No, that I would probably be tempted to like have you would paint like the pilot inside looks fine, but I would be tempted to have um
Yeah, I
the
would probably.
windows like
Well, so
blackened or something.
I have a bunch of chipping medium too that I could probably just spray it. Um, I actually have an acrylic thing by Ammo of Mig here, which is literally like for chipping, which is like, I mean, admittedly, I have enough other kind of
Just hair
dark
spray
sort of
chip the whole thing
browns.
and be done. Yeah, I mean I think
I
it would
feel,
be fun. Eric, literally, I want pictures of it. I want pictures of it out, and you working on it tomorrow, Eric.
yeah, remind me, but I can find it. Yeah.
um, because yeah, there it's great.
Yeah, but I could. What color do you think we should make it? I would probably spray it, the chipping, like the
What you should do,
brown,
Eric,
and then
is you should look around online and find
that's
videos
true.
about people painting like old military planes, like
Hmm.
Scale Model Workshop on YouTube.
Yeah,
Go to one of his videos about airbrushing. Or either that, or just try and find old military planes and kind of. I would do some drab, like military tones, whether they're like grays or olive
yeah.
drabs or greens or whatnot. I think that would be
Well,
cool.
some of the colors just work better for like the chipping stuff, and it
Hmm.
stands out more. But if it's like a dark green or whatever, like you can't see the brown.
That's true.
But if it's like like Africa core,
Hmm.
like colors
Or
or
like the
something, or
underbelly of it could be a different color from the top as well. Like
hmm
that could be like a lighter color, such. Well, whatever. New
yeah, all right.
project, Eric.
I'll get it out, but I can't go too wild on it until I finish this sister.
Yeah,
So I
well.
need to do it.
I
But
mean, I
yeah,
imagine you'll need to do a fair amount of resculpting of things, so like that'll take time, and you can do
yeah,
that on the side.
yeah, it's true.
All right. Well, I think maybe I'll. I think I'm gonna go to bed too, Eric. It's been
Yeah,
USAF
yeah.
flight on brighter contrast. The chipping green will pop. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, no, we'll have to think about it. But new project. Well, yeah, thanks everybody for joining us on this kind of off the cuff stream. Um, we'll be back again in a day or two to talk about who knows what. Maybe
And
they'll be,
actually, for
Eric.
that matter, here is USFA white
There
light.
it
I
is.
mean, yeah. So like, I literally have it right here.
Yep. Thanks for chatting, everybody. It's been fun. We'll hopefully talk to you soon.
Yeah, maybe I can show you the progress on that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for,
actually, that's a good idea. I could probably use that gray, like, because I feel kind of associate that with, like A10 warthogs and shit, stuff like that, which is cool,
Yeah.
and it would stand out a lot. That's actually a great idea because the warthog has its big Vulcan Gatling cannon, and this little thing is going to have one, not to the same extent, but
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. It's been fun. We'll talk to you again soon.
yeah. See you, everybody.